Hey Cancer Leos, welcome into your Sagittarius season energy reading here at Cusp of Roses. My name is Gabrielle. For anybody new here, welcome in. For those of y'all returning, welcome back, my love. And special shout out to all my channel members tuning into this message early and ad-free. I love you all so very much, and I thank you for your love and support. If you want to become a member of the channel, you can hit that join button next to subscribe if you see it, or you can click the link in the description box below. Cancer Leos, I was getting something for y'all that I think is very true to form with how the celestial bodies in the cosmos are aligning right now. Okay. So I'm saying that to say that what I'm about to share as far as the channeled message, I think is something that isn't necessarily in your control. Okay, it's something that you are being pulled through. Okay. What I was getting as I was meditating for you, Cancer Leo, is there's someone who's feeling trapped between fear and love. And in that sense of being trapped, someone is either worried or concerned that they might disappoint someone else, or that they might be disappointed, which is aiding in this feeling of being trapped, kind of like caught between a rock and a hard place, kind of an energy I was getting. And it felt like it's a matter of perspective, Cancer Leo. It's a matter of how you look at something. It's also pulling you into such a deep trust or requirement of trust that might be utterly uncomfortable for you. Maybe based off your past history, based off what's going on, based off the situation. It's almost like the call to trust might be paralyzing you or making you overthink something that can be simplified if looked at from another view. So it's like the way you're looking at something might be overcomplicating something, or the situation, the scenario, the dynamic. So finding a new point of view might help alleviate that fear. Okay. But it was definitely rooted in maybe not wanting to lose yourself, or someone not wanting to lose themselves. A bit of like a clinging on to a version of self that is well known, as an unknown version of you is kind of calling you, trying to pull you in to integrate. You might be called to leave some things behind in Sag season here, Cancer Leo, that have served their purpose. Okay? And I'm hearing all is well. Like, it's gonna be okay. But I do sense that someone might be clinging on to an old cycle for comfort. And that's where this trust comes in. Okay. So that's what I was getting in my meditation for you. As always, use your intuition when viewing, definitely when viewing the readings on my channel, but really any reading you view here, okay? You know yourself better than any reader. Okay, and keep in mind that I don't know you, I don't know who's tuning in, but if it's resonating, then it's meant to be. Okay, you can trust that. Divine Universe, thank you for clearing my energy and pulling me a little deeper into this message for Cancer Leo. Cusp energies and placements. What do they need to know about this fear and love dynamic they might be in the middle of for Sag season? Yeah, I can't make it out. Worry. Worried about what's going to happen next. Worried about Maybe is it the right thing? Is it the right time? Worried about how that might shift and change. Some of y'all might be struggling with change. And it's coming maybe from that Leo dynamic, your 5th house. Okay. Leo is a fixed fire energy. Change can definitely be a bit of a struggle. And I almost feel like it's a call to change your heart around something. And that's maybe what's pretty fixed. And then you add in that Cancer dynamic where, you know, emotionally you might be comfortable with looking at something a certain way, feeling a certain way towards something or someone. And you're being called to shift that. And that could just be the challenge. What's going to happen? Maybe this is almost like a I don't want to lose kind of a thing. Like holding on to the feeling and holding on to the emotion makes you feel like you're winning, or you are triumphant in some way, right? Like kind of like the surrender you're being called to would make you feel like you lost at something, which again, perspective shift, because I don't think that's the truth, but that might be how you're seeing it. Okay. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles. Okay. This could just be an attitude shift. Yeah, look at all the shifting. Right. Temperance. Seems like the divine is trying to ask you to trust the changes that you're being called to make, and that they will benefit you in a way that will lead you to where you need to be here, Cancer, Leo. Okay. But I do get this sense that the change you might be called to might be invoking a little bit of fear in you. Yeah. And this is what I'm trying to say. This is where the divine's trying to get you to your 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. So maybe it's quite simply having to let go of some luxuries in life in order to maintain your path to a 10 of Pentacles. Sacrifices. Having to go without for a while, which is okay. And that's, again, it's like there might be emotional attachment to something that you're being called to let go of. There might be, again, some sort of comfort that you know you have to maybe shift away from or shift out of. But the part of you that doesn't want to might be the strongest part of you right now. And that's okay. That's normal. Yeah. Like I said, something's calling to you. Judgment. The Lovers. Like I said, it was feeling like somebody was caught between fear and love. Ooh. Oppression, love, and the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, 2 of Cups, 10 of Wands, right? And this is where I was kind of feeling that change of heart. Some of y'all are carrying this 10 of Wands like a badge of honor. And the divine is trying to phase you out of that. Wearing your suffering. Maybe this is about forming a new identity, Cancer, Leo. The divine is trying to get you to identify with your 10 of Pentacles as opposed to your 10 of Wands. That's a hard shift. That ain't easy. Okay, so I'm sending y'all a lot of love, a lot of strength and courage to do your very best to try to make these changes or embrace these changes. Yeah. Because you're being called to manifest the love that you want, as opposed to maybe settling for something you don't want. Yeah, Princess of Pentacles. You're being called to receive. Yeah, and it's interesting. This Princess of Pentacles is pregnant. She has her little belly there. And there's a lot that the body sacrifices to create that baby. A lot of patience involved with that. I'm also, for me to be pulled into that, this could be a 9-month cycle that you're beginning or you're being called into, a 9-month cycle of change. I can't make it up. I didn't even look at the bottom. Change, 2 of Pentacles. Where that, if you begin that 9-month cycle of change that you're being called into now, you're going to get to your 10 of Pentacles. You're going to absolutely get there. It just requires trust in the divine sustaining that or carrying you through. So this more or less could be about your belief and your faith. We're in the 9th house season. Yeah. Having faith in the impossible, or having faith that anything is possible. Big trait of Sag energy. High levels of optimism that often work out in their favor. Maybe this is the challenge of stepping into some sort of happy-go-lucky kind of mindset. That might be a little, again, uncomfortable for you. And I'm hearing, but it's the only way to make something grow. I'm confirming something for somebody here. High Priestess, trust your inner knowing. The deep parts of you know everything is going to work out. It's the surface energy that makes us doubt it. It's the conditioned beliefs, the fears, the things we've been taught to fear that get in the way of that pure knowing. Yeah, 7 of Swords. It's like you don't believe something's going to work out or work or maybe even happen for you, but I promise you, with the way the cards are coming out and how I'm sensing this energy, the moment you surrender to making those changes that you know you need to make, Cancer, Leo, the quicker this balances out, the quicker the wheel turns in your favor. And again, it affirms the inner knowing that I think you already have. There's a part of you here, Cancer, Leo, for whoever I'm talking to, that knows everything's going to be okay. It's just the gestation process of the manifestation that you might be battling with right now. And that's okay, because it's totally normal, natural, and human to do so. So maybe even if you do know everything's going to be fine, everything's going to work out, but you're starting to feel that anxiety, or you're starting to feel those fears. That's really where the work is. When the mind wants to defeat itself, 7 of Swords, how do you realign, re-inspire, reconnect with the truth that everything is going to be okay? Again, easier said than done, 1,000,000%, 1,000,000%. Possible, 1,000,000%. So this is about putting your faith to work, Cancer, Leo. This is this season for you. 6 of Cups, yeah. Reconnecting with that innocence, that inner knowing, that inner child. Best thing you could probably do here, Cancer, Leo, for those of you that are resonating with this, is remember the times where you had this fear and everything worked out. Remember the times that you doubted or were afraid and scared and nervous and worried, but it worked out. Try to tap back into that energy for this moment, for this season of your life. Clarify the 4 of Cups here, Divine. Thank you, the Moon, right? Deep inner knowing. Now, you might not know the how something's going to work out, but you know that it will. Let that how unfold the way it's meant to be, Right. I'm trying to tell you, there's nothing for you to control. That's why I was getting, like, it's really in the cosmos. There's nothing really for you to do but just ride the wave. It's out of your hands. It's in the divine's hands. Judgment with the Emperor in reverse. There's no action to take but surrender. Yeah. Emperor in reverse is full surrender. I can't make it up. Clarified by the Hangman. Underneath the Lovers. Like I said, you might have to get a new perspective on something. You might have to allow yourself to believe in another viewpoint or trust another viewpoint. Clarify the Magician. Thank you. Yeah, Queen of Cups in reverse. You got to get back to the heart of the matter, Cancer Leo, for whatever this is. You got to get back to the heart of it. The heart's what's missing. Yeah. Rebirth, death energy. We're coming out of Scorpio season. This is the new you that's calling. King of Pentacles in reverse, right? I almost feel like you got to take care of yourself. First and foremost here, Cancer Leo. You got to find your happiness again. 5 of Swords, 9 of Cups with the Chariot. Clarify 5 of Pentacles with this High Priestess divine. What do they know despite the worry? Thank you. Yeah. I think you maybe even know that. I just heard your mind's playing tricks on you. I'm hearing like it's not as bad as it seems. But there's that worry and anxiety. Clarify 3 of Pentacles with the 7 of Swords. Thank you. It's Queen of Swords. Yeah. I feel like you've been in this kind of energy before, Cancer Leo. You just got to get back to whatever it is that you did to get you through it. And the answer is to definitely not attempt to control something with the Emperor in reverse. Let judgment play out. Answer the call, really. Temperance with the 8 of Wands. 2 of Swords, exactly. Find your way back to peace mentally and happiness. It keeps coming back out. Despite what it might look like in your current situation, current environment, again, hold on to the truth that you know deep down, High Priestess energy, everything is going to be okay. Clarify the 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. Thank you. 2 of Cups, back out here. Hermit at the bottom. Nobody has to know but you, Cancer Leo. I don't know how that's relevant, but I just heard that. No one has to know but you. This might be like a silent battle you might be facing. Or the answers are already there. You just have to maybe sit with yourself long enough to hear them. Clarify 4 Cups with the Moon, divine. Yeah. Like I said, whatever the situation, it might not be ideal for you, Cancer Leo. It might not be ideal to have to let go of certain luxuries, or to have to change in the ways that you feel called to, or you are being called to. And then this is coming also back to my channeled message I was getting for you, that like somebody doesn't want to be disappointed or let down, or doesn't want to disappoint or let someone else down. But ultimately, you have to do what's best for you, Cancer Leo, with whatever this is. And I think you know the path of what's best for you. You just might be afraid to walk it. And that's okay. Again, very normal, very natural, very human. Give yourself grace. I just heard you'll get to the other side of this. Okay. Tell me about Judgment and the Emperor in reverse, Divine. Princess of Cups in reverse. Okay. Right. It might be difficult to receive this judgment, or again to answer this call. There's maybe a very strong part of you that doesn't want to. But again, the Hangman, if you can find a higher viewpoint or a different way of looking at whatever you have going on, if you could find maybe the silver lining in it, or any shred of optimism or hope, that's the lens you want to look through. Okay, why the Princess of Cups in reverse? Yeah, the fear. Okay, yeah. And again, same thing I was channeling. Someone is, I thank you, Divine, for that confirmation. Somebody is stuck between fear and love. Illusion and truth. Fear might be telling you it's one thing, but the truth is it's some sort of alignment for you. Or it's presenting you with a choice. You have a choice to make here, Cancer Leo. Two of Swords, peace. You have a choice to make. You either choose love or you choose fear. With whatever this is, you can either be fearful of it, or you can embrace it as a part of your journey, a part of your walk, a part of the bigger picture for you, which requires, again, a lot of trust. Magician with the Queen of Cups in reverse. Why? Thank you. Yep. Death and rebirth. Prince of Wands and the Six of Wands. I'm trying to tell you. If you follow those intuitive nudges that you're getting about what you need to change and what you need to shift, you have victory, you have wealth, you have love, you have pleasure, you might even get your luxury, you got peace. I feel like some of y'all have already transformed, but it's just about finding your stability in this new version of you and not letting fear pull you back to what you've already changed from. Clarified Princess of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles in reverse. Thank you, Divine. King of Cups. Interesting. Maybe this is also saying, that whatever you are being called to do, thank you, Divine, it pulls you into your heart. It pulls you into a flow of moving and taking action or making choices and decisions from a heart-centered space, as opposed to a mind center or a logic space. Like there's something that might be a bit, okay, Sag season. Out of the box, kind of don't really care what everyone else thinks is true or is possible. Here's what I believe. And I'm going to live out that belief. Even if it doesn't make sense to you, doesn't make sense to that person, whatever. It's that sense of not being limited in the not being limited in your awareness. Okay, hold on one second. Sorry about that. This is about you not limiting yourself, Cancer Leo, with what's capable, what's possible, what could happen, the outcome of something. It's fear that wants to limit your perspective, and that's what you have to kind of fight against here. Okay, so Divine, how are you showing up for Cancer Leos that might be in this energy or dealing with someone in this energy or connected to this energy? How are you showing up for Cancer Leos in Sag season that are in this energy, stuck between love and fear? Okay. Spirit's coming in to try to prepare you or to remind you that you already kind of have what you need. Again, something about this for somebody here, you've kind of been in this energy or this situation before. Why? And it's worked out maybe in your favor. So it's like, why would this not work out in your favor? Why would this time be any different? Jeez, okay. A little chunky here. You've got the lamb. Yeah, you've got the house. You've got the double moon here. Fountain and the graveyard. Okay, beautiful. I'm here. You know what to do. You know what to do. You know what you need to do, Cancer Leo. It's just a matter of getting to it. Maybe it's just a matter of letting go. Okay, tell me more about the squirrel here, Divine. The crow, again, you already know. So hopefully this message gives you the courage to go for it or do the thing, make the change, surrender in the ways you need to. Yeah, you've got the gate and the buffalo. Yeah, this might be, or it might feel like a bit of a stormy season, Cancer Leo, but you've survived the storm before. You'll survive it again. Don't lose faith in your ability to survive whatever this is or to endure whatever this is. Because whatever it is, whatever the storm, it's happening for a reason. And again, it's a matter of perspective. The hangman between the devil and the lovers. You can either look at yourself as trapped and stuck, or you can look at yourself as a line for the changes needed. The power of your mind is superior in this situation. So what you think will be. What's the moon? Thank you. Right, what you think will be. And again, it's like intuitively you already know. It's like you already kind of have an idea, or you know the next steps, you know where you're at, you know what you need to do. But not trusting that inner knowing, High Priestess with the 9 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles, is what's delaying something shifting and changing for you quickly. So you're delaying your own shift through doubt, through doubting your intuition. It's almost like just the moment that you step into the knowing and kind of own it, that's when things can change. But again, if you're afraid of that change, then I can see how you might be not wanting to fully trust what you know, because you kind of maybe already know you're delaying it. So, and I say all of this with love, Cancer, Leo. Hopefully you know that. And then for those of y'all that are new here, I don't sugarcoat much, okay? But you might be sabotaging yourself a little bit. I almost want to promise you the change isn't as bad as you think it is, or it's not going to be as painful as you think it is, or whatever the outcome that you fear, it more than likely won't happen. Yeah, so this is a season that's calling you to step into some form of courage here. And in a way that you might not be comfortable with. Again, there's something about being comforted or comfortable. Okay, what's the fountain? Okay. What's the fountain here, Divine? Thank you. The panther, right? Exactly. Yeah, the ancestors are almost kind of calling you out a little bit here. Making themselves known. Almost to reassure you, though, too. Because again, any sort of shift, any sort of change, all healing that you're able to do for yourself goes beyond just you. It heals your ancestors and it heals those that will come after you. It sets the stage for them. So it's almost like the ancestors are showing up to be like, it's your time. We need this. That healing has to flow into these other cups. Yeah. Clarify the graveyard. Some of y'all, it's time to be seen. That seems to be relevant for somebody here. Maybe that's what you're running from. It's time to be seen. And I know how scary that can be. Trust me, I know. But for someone here, it's time. Clarify the graveyard. Yeah, I can't make it up. The sun, Leo energy, but being seen in the light. For the panther to show. Normally hides, it's normally very recluse. Truly only moves at night. Where it feels safe, where it can be unseen. It's safe for you to be seen in some sort of way here, Cancer, Leo. You gotta trust that you're protected in that light. Yeah, maybe that's the comfort zone. Maybe some of y'all have got comfortable with your darker energy or being in that hermit or kind of being within the self. And it might be time to kind of come outside to play. Or at least just, that's the new you. No more hiding. And that's the truth. That's definitely clarity or confirmation for somebody here. No more hiding. You're strong enough to be in the light. Maybe that's what you have to see in yourself, that you're strong enough. The fear maybe wants to keep you safe. The fear part of the brain, that's all that is. But you have to tell that part of your mind that we're safe regardless. And the more you trust in that, the quicker something might be able to shift here for you. Can I get one for graveyard here, Divine? Thank you. The stair, exactly. It's time for you to maybe reach a new level or get to this next phase. The sun's still at the bottom. I would definitely pay attention to messages from your ancestors here, Cancer Leo, for those of y'all that are connected in that way. It's almost like they might show themselves to reaffirm and reassure that you're okay, you're safe. Safe to pursue maybe some form of happiness here, because happiness kept coming out. Safe to fulfill yourself in a certain way. Maybe you've been making a lot of sacrifices for others, and it's time to do something for you. Take it as it resonates, y'all, as always. And if you made it this far in the message, I thank you so much for being here. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel so I can pick up on your energy in future messages and readings. Definitely consider joining the membership if this really resonated with you. We do a lot of this kind of beautiful healing work over there. And you can join again at that button next to subscribe or the link in the description box below. If this felt very personal for you, very on point, please consider booking an extended message. We can dig a little deeper into how this is relevant for you in your unique situation. Keep in mind that these readings on my channel are all general, even though they might feel personal, or you can get your own different message, love message, astrology reading for yourself. All of that, again, available at cuspofroses.com. Okay, Cancer Leo, you do have your School of Oscillation collection available on my merch store if you guys are interested. I appreciate all of those who supported that first drop. Thank you so very much. But that's available and will be linked in the description box below. Again, that's cuspofroses.store for the merch. All right, I love you all so very much, and I really do hope that this resonates with you whenever it is divinely meant to. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in our next one. Namaste.